Hello, friends. Welcome to Trivia Over Tea, the quiz show podcast where we drink tea and play trivia. I am your host, Matthew Cook, and I'm here virtually with our guest scorekeeper, my brother, Mason Cook. Mason, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. I had a great breakfast today. I'm probably going to have lunch after this episode. Just overall, fantastic day.
Well, when food is involved, you really can't go wrong. But thank you, Mason, for scorekeeping for us today. Let's meet this week's contestants. First, we have Lorenzo.
Hello, my name is Lorenzo Zapata. I'm 24 years old, and the answer to who defeated Alexandria Salo on the second Saturday in May of 2022 is me.
All right. Well, we'll see about
We'll
that.
see about-
But thanks, Lorenzo, for being here. And we also have Alexandria.
Hey y'all, I'm Alexandria. I'm 23 years old. I'm currently in Pittsburgh, and Lorenzo probably will beat me. So
Well, hey, the game hasn't happened yet. Anything can happen on Trivia Over Tea.
Yeah,
True, and I
all
didn't
about
fill out the
questions
form to
here.
help them make questions, so I don't think I'm helping myself in this situation.
Well, I think I've got some pretty good questions.
I'm excited.
I'm kind of happy with this set. So
I warmed up by last week. I went to Chili's with my sister and her boyfriend, and we played trivia on that little tablet for like 3 hours.
Oh, we've been training.
So you're ready? Well, alrighty. Well, great. Well, thank you both for being here today. As with all of our regular episodes, we'll have 4 rounds of questions today, each with a slightly different format. And so without further ado, Mason will explain the rules for round 1.
All right. Round 1 is our first general knowledge round. Correct answers are worth 10 points apiece. Each contestant will get 5 questions on a wide variety of subjects.
Alrighty, Lorenzo, you're up first. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Question 1. Which of the following universities was founded first? A, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, B, Duke University, or C, North Carolina State University?
Oh, God. I feel like this is a trick question, but I'm going to go with my gut here, and I'm going to say A, Chapel Hill.
That's correct. UNC was founded in 1789, Duke was founded in 1838, and NC State in 1887.
That's right.
Question 2. In chemistry, what does PAGE stand for? A, polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis. B, polyacrylate gel electrophoresis. Yes. Or C, polyacrylamide gel electricity.
So I'm going to actually say A and B because they sound like the exact same thing.
Yeah, so the difference between A and B is instead of A is polyacrylamide and B is polyacrylate.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. You each get 1 hard chemistry question. So
I'm gonna go with B.
It's actually A, polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis. I hope I'm saying that somewhat correctly. In many biological settings, gels are used to separate different molecules, such as proteins or nucleic acids by size and or charge. PAGE gels in particular are very common. So there you go.
There you go.
Question 3. Who was the first of Henry VIII's wives to be executed? A, Catherine of Aragon, B, Anne Boleyn, or C, Jane Seymour?
Oh, the most famous is Anne, but I don't think she was first. But she might have been. That's the only one I really know well. So I'm going to say Anne.
That's correct. She was executed on May 19th, 1536. Catherine of Aragon had died in January of that year, but she was not executed. Jane Seymour died from complications from childbirth in 1537.
Excellent.
And then there were 3 more later. Question 4. On September 6th, 1995, Cal Ripken Jr. played his 2,131st consecutive Major League Baseball game, surpassing the record previously held by what Yankee legend? A, Babe Ruth, B, Mickey Mantle, or C, Lou Gehrig?
C, Lou Gehrig.
That's correct. His streak was cut short at 2,130 when he was forced to retire because of his diagnosis with ALS, commonly now known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
That's right.
And finally, question 5. Which of the following is not a standardized auxiliary percussion instrument? A, a thunder sheet, B, a pillow, or C, a gourd?
Standardized auxiliary percussion instrument.
Yes. I'll give you 3 guesses who wrote this question.
Yeah, right. Sorry, can you say that one more time? There's a
Yeah.
thunder sheet, a pillow, and
A,
a
thunder
gourd.
sheet, B, pillow, or C, gourd?
Gourd?
No, it's actually pillow. Mason, do you want to
Oh,
briefly explain?
Please do.
so yeah, a thunder sheet is a giant metal sheet that is hung and you hit it, and it's so called because someone thought it sounded like thunder, and it kind of does,
Yeah.
kind of. And then the other one, a gourd, is actually a type of shaker that it's much large. It tends to be fairly large and round, and tends to have a lot of shakers on the outside. That's one of the names of it. Very common overall. Pillow, not a standard thing.
No?
Yeah,
Man,
not a thing.
that was a trick question, but it turns out it was just the pillow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Mason. All righty, Alexandria, are you ready for your 5 questions?
I guess.
Okay. Question 1. Which of these singers did not get their big break on the Disney Channel? A, Selena Gomez, B, Ariana Grande, or C, Demi Lovato?
B, Ariana Grande.
That's correct. Grande became famous through her shows on Nickelodeon. Question 2. What does the MS stand for in gas chromatography MS, or GCMS? This is your hard chemistry question. A, mass spectrometry, B, mass specialization, or C, multiplet spectrometry?
I'm gonna go with C.
It's actually A, mass spectrometry. And mass spectrometry is a technique that allows for analysis of samples by shooting electrons or other particles at a sample so that it fragments and ionizes. Mass spec, as the kids call it, is often used in tandem with other techniques such as gas chromatography or liquid chromatography.
Commit that one to memory.
Yep. Question 3. Lapland, Ostrobothnia, and Karelia are historical regions of what Scandinavian country? A, Sweden, B, Finland, or C, Norway?
C, Norway.
It's actually Finland.
I didn't.
I'm realizing now that I probably should have given the question to Lorenzo. But yeah, it's Finland. Question 4. In May 2022, what music duo released their 4th studio album titled So Far, So Good? A, The Chainsmokers, B, The Pet Shop Boys, or C, Two Cellos?
I'm gonna go with. Okay, wait. What are the questions and what are the answers again?
A, The Chainsmokers, B, The Pet Shop Boys, or C, Two Cellos?
I'm gonna go with two cellos because that sounds wrong. So
Well, you're right. It is wrong. It is The Chainsmokers.
yeah, no way I was gonna know that.
Yeah. And finally, question 5. The phonograph was invented by whom? A, Thomas Edison, B, Alexander Graham Bell, or C, Samuel Morse?
I'm gonna go with B, Alexander Graham Bell.
No, it was in fact Thomas Edison.
I don't know anything.
Although Edison had figured out how to record sound, the inefficiency of the invention made it difficult to use initially. But
Great.
there you go. Well, that's the end of round 1. So Mason, can you please give us a score update?
Well, we're off to the races. Lorenzo got 3 correct, so he's got 30. Alexandria got 1 correct, so she's got 10. So right now, Lorenzo with the early lead, but I want to say very early on. So very much anyone's game still.
All righty, now it is time for round 2. So Mason, can you please tell us the rules?
Awesome. Round 2. This is a directive round. Each contestant will get 5 questions on the exact same subject. These are worth 20 points. However, if your opponent gets it wrong, If you get it wrong, your opponent can get it for 10.
Yes. Alrighty, Lorenzo. Well, actually, you both are going to get questions about a famous actor, about famous actors born on June 1st, because that's the date that this podcast is being released. And
Cool.
Lorenzo, your famous actor is Morgan Freeman,
Oh,
born June 1st, 1937. So, are you ready?
yes, sir.
Okay. Question 1. Freeman's Broadway debut came in 1968 in an all-black cast of what musical starring Pearl Bailey, which tells the story of a matchmaker who travels to Yonkers in search of a well-known, unmarried half-a-millionaire?
Musical, you said?
Musical.
This is a famous one that I should know very much.
Yes.
I don't want to embarrass myself and say I don't know the story of Porgy, but don't laugh at me, Alexandria. Musical. Searching.
Well, I'll say that in the
Yeah.
clue I said an all-black cast because
Yes.
this show was not when it debuted on Broadway, it was not an all-black cast.
Got it.
What I'm saying is it's not Porgy. It's not Porgy and Bess, is what
It's
I'm
not,
saying.
of course. That's why I didn't think it would be. But sorry, can you just say the little description of the show one more time?
Yeah. Tells the story of a matchmaker who travels to Yonkers in search of a quote well-known unmarried half-a-millionaire.
Oh, this is embarrassing. I don't know. Alexandria, take it from me.
Alexandria, do you know?
I don't know, but I'll make a guess and embarrass myself.
Go for it.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Not the matchmaker.
There is a matchmaker, and that would certainly be an interesting twist in that musical, but no, that's not correct. In fact, this is Hello, Dolly.
Yeah.
Which I will admit is not a show that I'm very familiar with. But yeah, it was Hello, Dolly. Question 2. Freeman appeared alongside Tim Robbins in what 1994 film in which they played fellow prisoners?
Shawshank Redemption. Let's
That's
go.
Freeman earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor for his role.
But Tom Hanks
won. Yes, for
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, yeah. That would have been his second one, right?
Would have been good to have that question. Okay.
Question 3. In 1995, Freeman and Brad Pitt starred as police detectives in what psychological crime thriller?
Ooh, I know this. Brad Pitt and Freeman.
It was a creepy film.
7?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
They investigate a series of murders inspired by the 7 deadly sins. Question 4. Morgan's lone Academy Award win came in $1 Million Baby, which was directed by and starring what actor known for his roles in Western films?
No.
You shouldn't interpret.
Right. No interpreting here. Okay, this is a purely audio platform. Let's think about that. So,
well, no, we do release the video now.
But... Oh no. Making all sorts of ridiculous faces when you say that. Okay, great. All right. I know $1 Million Baby. I know what's her name was in it? Clint Eastwood. No.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
It was Clint Eastwood. Freeman has collaborated with Eastman on several other films, including Unforgiven in 1992. And finally, question 5. Among his more recent movies is what 2013 action thriller film, which, alongside with White House Down, was one of 2 films released that year that depict a terrorist attack on the White House?
Oh, shoot. Oh, and I think he's next to that, like the British guy. I think there's a Brit in this movie. Maybe not.
Quite possibly. I haven't seen this one. I did see White House Down.
White. Okay.
It's not what. Yeah, it's not White House Down, but it's this. It's I said in the question. It's one of two films released. Along with White House Down was one of two films released that year that depict a terrorist attack on the White House. So this is the other one. Anything?
It's a struggle. It's a struggle over here. There's this movie with Gerard Butler that I think he's with him in, but maybe it's a different one, and not a different year even. God. It's not coming. I think I might have to pass on this one.
Okay. Alexandria, do you know?
No.
Okay.
It's not Expendables, is it?
No. But Lorenzo, you are correct in that Gerard Butler is in this film. So this is Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, wouldn't have remembered the name.
Yeah, I remembered it.
Yeah, I didn't see
I
that
would have
one.
gotten it. Yeah.
Well, you're not playing today.
Okay, Mason. Freeman plays Alan Trumbull, the Speaker of the House in the film, and reprises his role in the sequels London Has Fallen and Angel Has Fallen.
That's right.
There you
Good
go.
about that.
Alexandria, your famous actor born on June 1st is Tom Holland, born June 1st, 1996.
Spider-Man.
So here we go. Question 1. In 2008, Holland secured what titular role in a musical on the West End in London, which he played for 2 years?
He was in musicals?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know.
All right, Lorenzo.
So sorry, can you repeat the question? Tom Holland featured on a West End musical. This is
Yes.
I got.
Yeah, titular role, West End musical, 2008. He played it for 2 years.
Oh, titular role. Alexandria, come on, girl. The clues. Is it Billy Elliot?
It is Billy Elliot. Yeah, Elton John wrote the music for the award-winning musical.
I said Oliver before I said Billy Elliot.
That would have been interesting.
Let me have a sip of my victory tea.
Question 2. Holland's film debut was in the 2012 film The Impossible, based on the true story of a family that survives what type of natural disaster?
All right, what are natural disasters we got? Tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say earthquake.
Not an earthquake. Lorenzo?
So curious to say, I hate to be the pedantic one here, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the correct answer, quote unquote, is tsunami. But
Yes.
wouldn't that have originated potentially from an earthquake?
Yes.
But it's a different disaster.
But the disaster, you're right, you're right. They got wrecked by it.
It's about
They
the
got wrecked by
tsunami.
the tsunami. The tsunamis wrecked them all up. Oh man! And you saw Miss Naomi just killing it on screen. Just
Yep.
what a
Naomi
movie.
Watts and Ewan McGregor.
That's right. You and me and McGregor.
The film tells the story of Maria Bellone and her family who survived the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami while on vacation in Thailand.
Tom was in that. I guess I don't recognize him as a little baby boy.
Yeah, he was I saw the film, I think in high school or something.
Yeah, long time ago.
One of my, I think it was in like class someday, one of my teachers played it. But he was, I think, the older kid. I don't remember. It's been a long time. At any rate, question 3. Holland famous. What?
I'm doing well.
Well, I think you might get this one. Holland famously portrays what superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
It's Spider-Man.
That's correct. His first of 6 appearances as Spider-Man was in the 2016 film Captain America: Civil War. Question 4. Holland was in the voice cast along with Chris Pratt in what 2020 Pixar film about brothers who set off to find an artifact that will revive their deceased father?
That will revive their deceased father?
Yeah.
Well, it's not the one about the little Italian boys, so get that one.
It's not Luca. Not Luca. That's where my brain went too. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Are they human boys?
Um,
Is it that one The day of the
I haven't seen it, to be perfectly honest. I think they're human.
Uh,
Are they human?
partially.
Partially human.
Is that what is it? Is it is that one about the Day of the Dead? Is it Coco?
Not the
It's-
not the Chris Pratt and Tom Holland in the Mexican classic.
That's how I
Come
know.
on.
The one about the Italian boys.
Oh, God.
it's not Coco. Lorenzo.
It's not Encanto either, babe.
I do have a correction to make, by the way.
A correction. Did I mess something up?
Previous statement, they are elves, not human.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't say that.
Helpful.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, you said they were human. That he voiced a human, or
I
asked
didn't
if he
say
voiced
that.
it.
You said
I
that.
did.
Oh, you said
Okay.
that. I didn't say anything wrong.
Yeah, I checked. No.
Okay.
elves.
At any rate, they're elves apparently.
Oh.
Lorenzo, do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. This is called Onward.
Oh yeah. Did anyone see that?
No. The film underperformed at the box office, no doubt due to the fact, that's literally my fun fact, no doubt due to the fact that it was released in the US on March 6th, 2020.
Oh.
So
Pandemics.
a week before everything shut down.
Work.
Yeah. And finally, question 5. Since 2021, Holland has been dating what Superman co-star?
Oh my God.
Is it our girl Zendaya?
Yes. They have appeared in 3 Spider-Man films together.
Mhm.
So there you go. Well,
Queen.
that's the end of round 2. So Mason, can you please give us a score update?
All right. So, Alexandria, you got 40 points in that round.
I did.
Yeah. However, Lorenzo got 80 points. So current score, Lorenzo taking a big lead here, 110 to 50. Still anyone's game, but Lorenzo's definitely has the advantage.
So now it is time for round 3. So Mason, can you please tell us the rules?
Happily. Round 3, our second general knowledge round. Each question is now worth 30 points. However, if you get it wrong, your opponent can bounce it back for 15.
Alrighty, Lorenzo, are you ready for your 5 questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. Question 1. What interstate highway begins in Wilmington, North Carolina, and crosses the country ending in Barstow, California?
I'm trying to remember like my American grandmother and friends talking about interstates and take the 405. Take the one. No, that's California. I'm just putting a southern accent on California things. I don't know. Highway that extends from North Carolina.
Yeah.
To California.
It frankly is more important in North Carolina because it only goes in the high desert in California.
Okay.
So east-west through North Carolina.
At this point, I don't know if I'm confusing, California things with North Carolina things. 405 is not it, but that's the only number that's going into my head.
405 is not it. That's correct. Alexandria,
Come on, girl. Got it. Say a number.
Wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and say 84.
No. I will be driving on this interstate highway going to Arkansas in a week and a half, and that is Interstate 40.
That was my next guess. Promise.
It crosses 8 states over the course of 2,556 miles. So there you go. Okay. Question 2. Lady Gaga won an Oscar for Best Original Song for her song Shallow, which was featured in what 2018 film in which she starred alongside Bradley Cooper?
And she starred.
I actually knew this one.
Yay! I feel like I should give it to you, but I won't. It's A Star Is Born.
She was nominated for another Oscar for her performance in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Question 3. Orville and Wilbur Wright had the first successful flight of a heavier-than-air craft at what location in the Outer Banks of North Carolina?
Kitty Hawk, baby.
That's correct. And the scene is depicted on the state's license plates. Question 4. In 2022, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., known as Bong Bong, won the presidential election of what one presidential election of what South Asia island country that his father was once the dictator?
I'm sorry. We're gonna run this one back.
Yeah. That's fine.
No. Before this, there was the bong bong for me.
Yes. Question 4. In 2022, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., also known as Bong Bong, won the presidential election of what South Asia island country, of which his father was once the dictator?
South Asia. Well, based on the name, I was gonna say Philippines, but it's not. It's considered South Asian. Oh my God.
South Asia island country.
Is it?
It is the Philippines, yes.
Okay. Great.
And finally, question 5. In May, Andy Warhol's famous portrait of what actress sold for $195 million at auction?
I'm gonna assume Marilyn Monroe, but
that's correct. It is titled Shot Sage Blue Marilyn and set the record for most expensive 20th century artwork sold at auction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy.
Alexandria, are you ready for your 5 questions?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Question 1. Which interstate highway running from Charleston, West Virginia to Erie, Pennsylvania, passes west of downtown Pittsburgh and crosses the Ohio River at Neville Island?
Oh, God. There's so many highways in Pittsburgh. Neville Island. In Neville Island, you take... I don't know. Hold on. Let me think. It's not 70 because 70 is east-west.
Okay.
Not 376 either. Not 28, which means it's 579.
Not 579. Lorenzo?
Oh, 60.
No, it's 79.
79? How did I not know that? Yeah, you're right. It is.
79. Yeah.
It is.
Question 2, and this is going to be a horribly butchered name. Sorry, I should have practiced this ahead of time. Hertogenbosch.
You got this.
Hertogenbosch is notable as one of the few place names in the world to start with what punctuation mark commonly found in contractions?
An apostrophe?
That's correct. It's spelled apostrophe S hyphen HERTOGENBOSCH.
Oh my God.
Mason, where in the world is that place?
It will not be surprising to the viewers that that is indeed a Dutch name of a Dutch town in the Netherlands.
Oh,
absolutely.
There you go.
Come on, Grammar Queen.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, as in the southern part of the country, you know, the North Brabant region.
Yeah, I had it narrowed down to that. At any rate.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just kidding. Question 3. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was founded in the 1820s by what religious leader?
Why are you making that hand? I don't know. Jesus Christ.
No! Babe, come on, you got this.
What is it?
No. Lorenzo?
Latter-day Saints, so the Mormon Church.
Yes.
Oh, and his name was yeah, I can only think of the Book of Mormon, and they say it.
Yeah, it's the guy who published the Book of Mormon.
I say they do say it in the musical, yes.
They say it a lot.
They say it a lot, yes.
That's why it's like it needs to be there, and it is there. It's gonna really annoy me if I don't say it. John No. Okay.
I need to stop
Give me
making.
a second. Give me a second. Do I have like 10 seconds? 15?
Yeah, you can. You can think about it.
Sure. He was the one that buried, right? We think. Or something. He buried like gold, whatever. Oh, he didn't bury right.
Yeah, he was the one who found the gold
found them.
tablets
Yes,
on top
golden
of the
plates.
hill
Excuse me. Found them. Yes.
in New York.
Yes.
And then he transcribed them, and it became the Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon, yes.
He had several visions, and
Yeah.
then he was killed by an angry mob
Right.
while running for president. As one does.
His story is kind of iconic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I know this name, but it's just not coming to my mind.
You're giving me all that crap for what? You don't even know it.
It's gonna annoy me, but it's just not coming.
Okay. Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
And Smith published the Book of Mormon in 1830, and he was killed by an angry mob in Illinois in 1844.
Tough to remember exotic names like Joseph Smith.
Yeah, not like Brigham Young, which was his successor and the namesake of the university in Provo, Utah.
Yeah, the first governor of the Utah Territory, too.
Yep. Question 4. On May 31st and June 1st, 1921, a mob of white citizens destroyed the Greenwood district of what city that was known then as the Black Wall Street?
One more time.
On May 31st and June 1st, 1921, a mob of white citizens destroyed the Greenwood district of what city that was known as the Black Wall Street?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Not Atlanta. Lorenzo?
Detroit.
No.
Okay.
No, this is Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
The Tulsa race massacre is what this is called. The total number dead and injured is unknown, but the race massacre destroyed about 36 blocks of one of the wealthiest Black communities in the United States at the time. And finally, question 5. What song by Simon and Garfunkel derives its name from one of the characters in the film The Graduate?
Matthew, how do I tell you I don't know this one either?
Okay. Lorenzo.
Mrs. Robinson.
Yes, Mrs. Robinson. It was written for the 1968 film and was the first rock song to win the Grammy Award for Record of the Year. So that's the end of round 3. So Mason, can you please give us a score update?
Well, Alexandria managed to get 30 points out of that round. So good job for her. And Lorenzo did a little better, get 135 points. So that means that Lorenzo leads 245 to 80. It's now mathematically not anyone's game anymore. But still play hard in this last round.
But spiritually could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, we'll see. So now it's time for round 4. So Mason, can you please tell us the rules?
All right, round 4 is our showdown. Each contestant will get the same 3 questions worth 40 points apiece. So contestants will just lock in their answers or write them down, or otherwise make it,
Make note of them.
Yeah.
In some way, either mentally or physically. Okay, here we go. For both of you. Question 1. On June 1st, 1943, British Overseas Airways Corporation Flight 777A was shot down by Nazi fighter planes. On board was world-famous actor Leslie Howard, who had portrayed Ashley Wilkes in what film?
Do I have to answer?
If you don't know, make something up. All right. Lorenzo, what is your answer?
I just wrote down Leslie Howard to get the clock things
Get
going.
the thoughts flowing.
The autobiographical film,
Right. I'm just like Leslie. What did he do? In 1940, it was shot down in 1940 something.
1943.
And the name of the actor again?
Leslie Howard, and he played Ashley Wilkes in what film?
'43. Gone with the Wind.
Alexandria?
Well, for going with those, I'm going to go ahead and say Casablanca.
It was Gone with the Wind. Yes. Several conspiracy theories surrounding the flight include, there are several conspiracy theories that surround the flight, including that the Germans thought that Winston Churchill was on board. In fact, he was. So, yeah, there you go. Question 2. In 1843, Isabella Baumfree, an abolitionist and women's rights activist, changed her name to what after she said God called her to testify on the hope that was within her? Isabella Baumfree, but she changed her name to what? She was an abolitionist and women's rights activist.
Alexandria, take the lead on this one.
Okay, Alexandria, what is your
I am going to go with. I don't know this in case anyone is wondering. I'm going to go with Isabella Hope because you said hope in a way that made me feel like it was a clue, and I don't know any better.
Okay. Lorenzo?
You said God called her to speak on the hope that was within her.
Yes.
Inner hope.
But she was an abolitionist and women's rights activist.
But her birth name was Isabella Baumfree.
Yes, her birth name was Isabella Baumfree, but she's known by a different name.
Speak on the hope that was within her. Hope. That's my answer.
No. This is Sojourner Truth.
Oh, okay.
She was the first African American woman to get a bust in the U.S. Capitol building.
Yeah. I don't know.
And finally, question 3. The plane crash that killed Buddy Holly and 2 of his bandmates in 1959 inspired what long song by Don McLean?
What year?
The plane crash was in 1959. The song was not 1959. So, do we have any guesses? Lorenzo?
A long song is long a hint, as in like the word long?
It's just a very long song. It's like 8 minutes long.
And Buddy Holly inspired it.
Yes.
And there's a line from the song that gets sung at the end of every verse, actually, which is now used to describe this event, this plane crash.
Sing us the melody.
No.
Well, I think that might give it away.
So is it Go Buddy Holly? Buddy Holly.
Okay. Alexandria, do you know?
The death of those men in the band.
Oh no. Oh, Alexandria.
No.
Yours.
Oh no.
No, this is American Pie.
No.
Yeah, the day the music died.
Oh God, that's
Yes.
so obvious.
I'm not gonna pretend like I knew it.
You know that song, dude.
I know, I'm sure I do, but I'm not gonna pretend like I knew the answer to the question.
Oh, word. Okay.
Well,
There you go. Yeah. Bye, Miss American Pie.
Yeah. Trevor Shelley did Lily. All right.
Anyway, that's the end of the game. So Mason, can you please give us the final score?
well, score update for the last one's pretty easy. Lorenzo was the only one to score points in the final round, getting an additional 40 points to bring our total on the day to Alexandria at a crisp 80 and Lorenzo at a crisper 285. And so thus this makes Lorenzo our winner.
Well,
Woo!
congratulations, Lorenzo. You have won. Do you have anything that you would like to say?
I'd like to thank the Academy, and I would like to thank my mother, and I would like to thank everyone who came out today to support me. I know you guys have been following me for a long time in my trivia quests, and I'm just really grateful for all your support, and I couldn't have done it without you. So thank you again, and go Buddy Holly. Rest in peace.
Sorry you died.
Well, that was beautiful. Very moving speech. Thank you, Lorenzo. Well, that's our show for this week. Thank you, Lorenzo and Alexandria, for being on the show today, as well as Mason Cook for being our scorekeeper and also for composing the music. Today's questions were written by Caitlin Fick, Matthew Brown, Mason Cook, and yours truly. And thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to Trivia Over Tea on your preferred podcast platform and leave us a review if you enjoyed it. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at Trivia Over Tea, as well as our Twitter account, also at Trivia Over Tea. And feel free to message us on any of these platforms if you have any comments or suggestions regarding this show. And tune in next week when we'll have 2 new contestants and 33 more fantastic questions. So thank you.